Hello guys, in this video we will try to understand how wait, notify and notify all works in the thread. So basically we call all these three as thread intercommunications. Like one thread can communicate to other thread by using these three methods. One is wait method, one is notify method and one is notify all method, right? So what happens is the wait, when you call wait method on any thread, it will release the lock from that current thread, and wait until another thread invokes the notify, right? So it's like I have a thread t1, so when I will call t1 dot wait, it will wait till some other thread will invoke the notify method. So when it will invoke the notify method again, this thread which is in wait condition, which it will start, and the notify all, basically it actually whenever we will call this method notify all, this will actually wake up all the thread which is waiting, right? So you can see that my definitions here, it causes current thread to release the lock and wait until either another thread invokes the notify method or notify all method for this object, like the object for which we have a wait, or a specified amount of time has elapsed, right? Now notify method wakes up a single thread that is waiting on this object monitor. So it's like notify will wake up the single thread which is waiting for that object, right? And notify all will wake up all the thread that is waiting for the object monitor, right? Now let's try to understand with the example. So let's say you have amount 10,000 and it's a banking applications, and you have withdraw. So withdraw method is a synchronized, it's a thread safe, it which will take one argument int amount, and this is just a print statement going to withdraw. But when you go to the bank and when you try to withdraw, what happens behind the scene is it will check the amount which you are entering. It should be uh, actually your if it is less than, like whatever amount you have entered and whatever the amount you have in the bank, if it is a less than, then less balance waiting for deposit. I mean, you can withdraw only when you will deposit. That is the reason we are calling here wait, right? We are calling here wait. So this wait, what it will do is it will wait this thread till some other thread call a notify method. Now once this wait is done, then what happens is this dot amount is equal to this dot amount minus amount. So when we withdraw the amount, we need to decrease. So whatever amount we had here from the current amount, bank amount, remove the amount which people are withdrawing it, and just say that withdraw completed. Now we have one deposit method here. This guy will deposit the amount. So the going to deposit again, the deposit where it will get added. So in beginning you have 10,000. So it's like 10,000 plus the amount which you added, and then you call a notify method. So whenever it's got deposited, so this method will call notify, and this method is waiting. So the moment you will call notify, so the moment deposit is done, you will call notify, and this notify will call this it will release the wait, and then amount will get withdrawn, right? I mean amount will get withdraw from the main account, right? That is the purpose of this notify. Now let's see how this works. So I have one class, I'm creating the object of this class, this uh, class test 10, right? And we are making two object of anonymous class. Okay, new thread 1, new thread, inside that we are writing a run method, right? And in the run method, on the reference of this class, I am calling a withdraw method of 15,000. Okay, and then on this object at the end we are calling a start method. Okay, so this start will call the run method, and internally a run method has, it will call the withdraw method with 15,000. Now again one more anonymous object where we have a run method, and here we have a deposit, and again we do a start. So what will happen when we call this start, okay, on this object, right? Sorry, when we call this start will call withdraw method on this object, right? So for this object it will come here 15,000. So this amount, actually whatever amount you have in the bank is 10,000, which is lesser than 15,000. So what will happen is this guy will wait. This guy will wait. Same time, this thread will get called, second thread, and this guy will deposit. So again on the same object we are calling it, right? So what happens is this deposit method will get called, this method, and this guy will deposit. So the moment money will get deposited, and we have a global variable, we are working with global variable, this guy call and notify. The moment this guy will call the notify, because we are working on the same object, you can see that it's like, to start method we have, right, and it is calling the run method, and through run method we are calling withdraw method on the same object, withdraw and deposit on the same object. So what will happen is this guy will call notify, and the moment this guy will call notify, this weight will get released, and the people, I mean the person will be able to withdraw the amount. So if you run that now, see here, going to withdraw less balance. So what happened is it came here going to withdraw less balance, yes. Then what happens is going to deposit, because same time this method got called, and then deposit completed. The moment deposit got completed, notify called, and when notify called, withdraw completed. So the withdraw got completed. So that's how actually thread communications happens. So I mean that's how one thread can communicate to other thread, right? I believe it's clear here, because we had withdraw here which was synchronized, okay, and deposit which was also synchronized. Both were thread safe. So when the thread came inside, it was less amount, because people is trying to withdraw 15,000 and he has only 10,000. So wait method will get called, and then again when this thread will start actually, and again this will call the start method, right? When it will call the start method, and when this will call the start method, internally it has a deposit. So deposit, the money will get deposited, and this guy will call notify on the same object. When it will call the notify, this weight will get released and amount will get withdraw, right? So that's how thread intercommunications in Java happens. And with this we are done with uh, wait and notify. So again, notify all means if let's say uh, multiple wait is waiting for a thread. Let's say more than one wait is waiting for a thread, okay, you have, let's say, one more method called withdraw 1 2 3, and there also you have a wait. So when you say notify all, everything will get executed, everything will come to the life, all waiting thread will be awakened, and all thread will get executed. That is the rule of notify all. And with this we are done with thread intercommunication. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this.